the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Indigenous Peoples Day was more than just a day off for many Mainers. We'll take a look at how people observe the holiday. Plus, firefighters are urging families to practice their fire safety plans as they observe Fire Prevention Month. And Maine nonprofits can't do their important work without the help of volunteers. We'll hear why it's so rewarding on today's edition of Good Morning Maine. Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. Emma is off today. She's not feeling very well. We hope she feels better soon. We're going to check out the weather first. On the way into work this morning, I noticed a bunch of fog as I was driving along the Penobscot River up through Eddington into Bangor. So you may want to be on guard as you head out today because it is a little foggy in some areas. Here with the first check of our forecast is Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With all your fishing needs, carrying ammo, Damascus knives, gold and silver buying and selling, and a novelty room. Concealed classes are available. Call today. Alrighty, here we are. We have some frost and freeze alerts that are in effect this morning. This will all last until about 9 a.m. or so, especially as temperatures do begin to warm up. So if you did have some flowers outside, unfortunately, I think it's safe to say these temperatures are definitely going to zap them. You might notice nothing in effect further off toward the north as the growing season is now over in that area. But otherwise, though, for us right now, we're looking pretty good out there. We just have a few clouds off toward the north. It's going to be a pretty decent day out there with a decent amount of sunshine tomorrow. A little bit more cloud cover will try to sneak in for a few of us, but high pressure just to the south will keep us pretty nice moving forward later on today. But moving forward, though, a lot of sunshine later on tonight, though. You might notice a little bit of fog that will be developing for a few of us, so some patchy dense fog will be possible for a few of us for the daytime tomorrow. The wind, you might notice it a little bit, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Nothing too ridiculous, and that will remain calm today and, of course, later on tonight. Your forecast moving forward today, upper 50s, mostly sunny. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, mostly clear areas of dense fog, lows in the upper 30s, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. In your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures making into the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. Well, first this morning, testimony is expected to resume today in the murder trial of a Stockton Springs woman. 36-year-old Jessica Williams, who also goes by the name Jessica Trefethen, is accused of causing the death of her 3-year-old son. Authorities say Maddox Williams had numerous injuries when he was brought to the hospital in June of 2021. The medical examiner ruled his death a homicide by blunt force trauma, saying he had a fractured spine and internal bleeding, among other injuries. The trial was paused for the long holiday weekend. We'll have the latest from the Belfast courtroom as that trial resumes today. A Maine game warden and his canine found a missing 90-year-old Maine man after he had become lost while looking for artifacts in the woods. The Warden Service says a 90-year-old Mexico man left a note for his family saying he was heading out to Township E in Franklin County to look for artifacts around the old cellar holes and settlements. When he didn't return on Friday night, his family went into the area and saw his truck was still at the camp, but his ATV was missing. Family members searched for him Friday night, but were unable to find him. They called 911 at around 11:15. The Maine Warden Service, Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and Border Patrol agencies all responded and began searching the area. And then around 2:30 a.m. on Saturday, wardens say they found the man's ATV parked in some bushes beside a logging road several miles from the camp where his truck was parked. Game Warden Chad Robertson and his canine Storm began searching the area around 3:15, and they found the missing man about a quarter mile away from his ATV. He was not hurt, but he was cold, as he didn't have any winter clothing on. Wardens say the man had spent some time searching for objects in the area with his metal detector, but was unable to find his ATV when he tried to return to his truck that evening. He then decided to walk to his truck, but without a working flashlight, he became lost in the woods while doing so. Mainers will be heading back to work today after observing a special holiday. In 2019, Governor Mills signed into law LD 179, an act to replace Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. In a release from her office, Governor Janet Mills said, quote, Today, our state honors the earliest stewards of the land we are fortunate to call home. For thousands of years, the indigenous peoples of Maine have shaped the character and identity of Maine. While we have made progress on the challenges we share over these past 4 years, I believe this progress should represent the beginning and not the end of our work. Today, we recognize the contributions of the Wabanaki people to the fabric of Maine, and we recommit to making progress on behalf of our children and grandchildren. Well, we set out to see how people are celebrating the Indigenous Peoples Day holiday yesterday. Our A.J. Douglas found a family embracing the holiday in an inspiring way.
Indigenous Peoples Day celebrates and honors Native American people by paying tribute to their history and culture. Milford resident Manny Olivas celebrated his own Apache heritage by rolling up his sleeves with 2 of his 9 children to fix up their new family business, featuring thrift and collectible items. Olivas and his daughter spoke on how the values of what's known as Indigenous Peoples Day and the significance of America being a land of opportunity for all.
It means new beginnings. Obviously, people back in Columbus's day, they're looking for new lands for a reason. Kind of like the thrift store is for us, it's a new beginning for us as a family.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this, so we're going to learn a lot. Learning that they came here and they might have been afraid doing it, but they did it anyway to build a new place.
Olivas says he and his family struggled during the pandemic after he tested positive for COVID-19 while living with fibroid cancer. Olivas was forced to take time off work, and unfortunately, due to long COVID-19 symptoms, he was never allowed to return back to work.
When you hear that word cancer, you just don't know what to do with it. But thankfully, by the grace of God, it's gone, and I'm a stronger person for it.
The father of 9 says he hopes to teach his children to acknowledge their Apache roots, not just during the holiday, but all year round.
Even though the day is a holiday, it's great. But we try our best to live every day that way.
Frugal Manor and Cartastic Collectibles are set to open October 13th in Old Town. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Good luck to them. Well, yesterday is in honor of Indigenous Peoples Day. Multiple organizations stopped to measure progress and identify opportunities to overcome existing barriers. The Wabanaki Studies Law was implemented in 2001, requiring Maine schools teach Native American history and culture. In honor of Indigenous Peoples Day, organizations like the ACLU of Maine, Wabanaki Alliance, and the Maine Indian Tribal State Commission all gathered to analyze how the legislation has been implemented and where new opportunities lie. Penobscot Nation Ambassador Maulian Dana says educating Mainers about Wabanaki territories, along with their cultural and economic systems, helps to establish social unity.
In order to live nicely, I think, and in full understanding with our neighbors, it's good for everyone to know about our history and our modern day struggles and triumphs. And it's just really great to be able to inform our neighbors and friends here in the state.
Well, Dana says tribal members are still fighting to amend the Maine Indian Claims Settlement Act of 1980 to recognize the sovereignty of Maine's tribes. Well, holidays like yesterday bring an economic boost to Maine's tourism industry. Matthew Juronsik has more from Bar Harbor.
Whether it's Indigenous Peoples Day, the 4th of July, or Labor Day, one thing remains constant on these holidays for Maine. Expect there to be a crowd. It's especially true during fall holidays, when tourists flock to towns like Bar Harbor and the surrounding area for one reason.
We came on a cruise, and this is our first time in the area, and we wanted to come and see the fall foliage and see the natural park.
We actually came to see all the colors, and this was on my bucket list. We took the motorhome out here, so we just did Acadia, and then we're heading down the coast for a little bit.
It's fall, and the colors, we've never ever been here, so.
The uptick in visitors was something that the town in Acadia National Park expected, with boatloads and carloads of people coming to experience these areas during the fall. Acadia National Park had predicted big crowds and advised visitors to plan accordingly, mentioning long lines and arriving with a backup plan in case parking spaces are scarce. Even with Monday being a well-known holiday, tourists came to Bar Harbor and surrounding areas for their own reasons.
It was a great time to take it, time off. So it was perfect for us.
Came up for a girls' trip for a few days, had a great time. It's an adorable, quaint little town.
I looked on the website and it said the best time for color is right now.
We've retired and we finally have time in the fall to come.
Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Sounds like they're having a good time. Motorists are navigating around a new traffic pattern in the town of Herman. There is now a four-way stop at the intersection of Fuller, Ennis, and Wing roads. For years, those traveling on Fuller Road had the right-of-way, while drivers on the Ennis and Wing roads had stop signs at the intersection. This new traffic pattern change was introduced last week by the Maine Department of Transportation. Gas prices in Maine have reversed their downward trend. They rose more than 10 cents a gallon in the past week. According to Gas Buddy's survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state, the average price is now $3.61 for a gallon of unleaded. That's 14 cents a gallon lower than a month ago and 40 cents higher than a year ago. Well, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, firefighters are visiting schools around the state with an important message. We'll hear from them coming up, but first a check of that forecast. Looks like a really nice day today. Lots of sunshine, highs right up around 60. More warm temperatures tomorrow, although we'll see a few more clouds. We'll be right back.
From start to finish, Ware Butler Building Supply will get you there. Ware Butler started in Maine as a lumber operation in the 1920s. Like most Mainers, Ware Butler adapted to the times and became a building supply company. Through good old Maine resolve and calloused hands, Ware Butler has grown with locations throughout Maine, including Lewiston, Auburn. If you're a contractor, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, let the folks at Ware Butler show you the benefits of small town service. Ware Butler Building Supply, Maine, from start to finish.
Senator Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective. Joe Baldacci delivered by helping to pass more than $1 billion in direct tax relief for more than 95% of Maine taxpayers. Joe Baldacci delivered by passing laws to support Maine's small businesses across the board that provided tens of millions in direct relief, helping to protect and save thousands of jobs. Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective, delivering results for Bangor and
Put a little more cash in your bag. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
She scratched my car. She's entering my unit, harassing me. She said that I'm a marijuana seller. This is not your average 83-year-old. She's a trip. Excuse me, I take that back. She's a journey, because the journey keeps going on.
Hot Bench. Tuesday at 3 on ABC7.
Welcome back, everyone. If you live in the Orland area, a local farmer says he could use your help. Sonny Atwood says this beautiful cow and 3 of his friends got spooked a little over a week ago. Now they're on an adventure, but Sonny wants them home. They were last seen around Cedar Swamp Road in Orland. It's believed they also took a swim in Alamoosic Lake and then were spotted on Old Route 1. They could now be hanging out in the woods and just need to be found. If you see these cows, please get in touch with authorities so they can help reunite the wayward cows with Mr. Atwoods. There's many ways to protect the environment. Reducing cow burps is an uncanny one. Foxy's Jackie Ibanez has more on what makes cow burps so toxic and the unique solution scientists are proposing to combat them.
Everybody burps, even cows. But while belching can be considered rude, when cows do it, scientists say the results are toxic to the environment due to their higher content of methane, a greenhouse gas contributing to climate change. In the U.S., livestock, along with landfills and oil and gas lines, are some of the largest sources of methane emissions. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, a single cow can produce roughly 160 to 270 pounds of methane gas every year. Multiply that by the nearly 99 million cattle occupying U.S. dairy and beef farms, and Houston, we've got a problem.
The easiest way to reduce emissions is to reduce production or have less animals, basically. So that's a real challenge.
But scientists over in New Zealand, a country where the population of cows outnumbers people, believe they have a solution. unveiling a probiotic formula called Kabucha to lower the methane emissions in cattle.
We got the results of the first cattle trial back, and we were able to show that we got a reduction in methane of up to 20% in those animals.
Testing for Kabucha continues, and researchers say it's not only easy for farmers to use, adding they only need to feed it to their animals when they're babies, and it should have lasting effects. While Kabucha could help make a dent in methane emissions here in the United States, New Zealand farmers could really be dependent on it. Government officials there just proposed a greenhouse gas emissions tax on farm animals. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
October is Fire Prevention Month. Fire departments throughout the state are visiting area schools to remind students that it's important to have an escape plan and meeting place outside their home in the event of a fire. Fire departments also want to remind residents this is a great time of year to check their smoke detectors and change their batteries if necessary.
Smoke detectors do have a life expectancy, so I strongly encourage everybody to read on their package when they get them, because they vary in life expectancies depending on what brand you get. It's that time of year when everybody starts burning wood. Get your chimneys checked and do it before you start burning.
Chief Herb Gronholm says the Searsport Fire Department does have a limited supply of smoke detectors and replacement batteries for residents who may need one. Your local fire department may also have some, so you may want to check with them. Well, crowds gathered in Searsport over the weekend for the town's annual Fling into Fall event. The two-day event celebrated the change in seasons with a parade, music, craft fair, fireworks, and even a car show. 58 classic cars attended this year's show, or were driven there at Searsport High School. All the proceeds going to the Searsport Fire Department's Barney Hose Fund.
So all the money from this show goes straight back to buying new gear for the fire department, for the members, helping families at Christmas time. So it's all for good reasons.
Well, awards were given to the 30 cars with the most votes, as well as People's Choice and Best in Show. Well, the time is now 6:17. Coming up after the break, Maine's nonprofits provide important services to Mainers, but they can't do it without volunteers. We'll hear why it's so important to step up. Plus, authorities are warning parents ahead of Halloween about a new kind of fentanyl that resembles candy. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Wait, what? Look who's coming live this week to America's favorite morning show. Tracy Ellis Ross live, John Stamos live, and the one, the only, Dwayne Johnson live.
That's right.
This week, all on ABC's Good Morning America.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months, plus save up to $1,100.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory, including mini track loaders with attachments, full-size track skid steer, track loader and backhoe, wheel loader with attachments, a 50-foot towable aerial lift, and a 45-foot self-propelled four-wheel drive lift. If you can't find it on our website, we can find it for you. Call for multi-day and weekend special rates. The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Welcome back. According to a recent study done by researchers at the University of Maine, insects have caused more damage to plant matter in recent years compared to activity millions of years ago, which could signal negative effects on plant productivity and forest health. The research team used radiocarbon dates from collected leaf samples deposited within sediment to verify the ages of leaves. The causes of the increase in damage and the consequences of it remain unknown. However, the researchers believe global warming, urbanization, and the introduction of invasive plants and insects could be driving up the tick. Maine nonprofits rely heavily on volunteers in order to keep the doors open and the organizations running. Jody Hersey has more.
it needs an army to run this place, tour guides and our veteran interviews and everything, and even littlest things to dusting. It takes so much time, and if we had to pay every single person to do that, we wouldn't be able to help the people of Maine.
The Coal Land Transportation Museum is one of many nonprofits that rely on the time and talent of volunteers in order to operate. For other organizations like Avian Haven in Freedom, which rescues and rehabilitates injured birds, volunteers are often the difference between life and death for an animal in need.
Where we desperately need more transporters. We get calls all the time from up in the county, from down east, and it's really hard. We just have a handful of really dedicated drivers there, but we really need more of those transporters.
Like Avian Haven, the Maine troop greeters could always use some extra hands.
Yes, we would love some people in the younger generation to kind of get some of the knowledge from our older greeters, our more experienced greeters, to hear their stories, to sit down and greet these troops and kind of understand why we all do this.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, individuals between the ages of 35 and 54 are most likely to volunteer.
The Bangor Humane Society is fortunate to have a large number of volunteers who serve as dog walkers, kennel cleaners, and so much more.
They're essential to our day-to-day lives here at the Bangor Humane Society. We currently have closer to 100 volunteers, not including our foster care.
Nonprofits say they could always use more help.
They're never too old or too young to volunteer. Our youngest volunteer, being 9 years old, is just remarkable to show that, even our kids get it.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, the time now is 6:21. Time to get a look at our full forecast. Meteorologist Devin Biggs is in with the latest. Hey there, Devin.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With all your fishing needs, carrying ammo, Damascus knives, gold and silver buying and selling, and a novelty room, concealed classes are available. Call today. Alrighty, frost and freeze alerts are in effect this morning, lasting till about 9 a.m. as temperatures will be warming up afterward, though. Growing season starting to come to an end here across the state. As further off toward the north, as you can tell, really nothing in effect as the growing season's pretty much done over there. We do have some clouds off toward the north that are tracking to the south a little bit this morning. Overall, we will be seeing a lot of sunshine, so if you're looking forward to seeing all that sunshine, you're going to be in good luck because we have a lot of it on the way for us today, with temperatures reaching for the upper 50s to lower 60s, and high pressure not too far away either. So again, high pressure will be keeping us nice and relatively calm moving forward. Wave heights are very calm out there. As you saw, no small crowd advisories are in effect, and this is the reason why everything's all nice and calm out there. So if you're looking for reasons to get outside, you will have plenty of those moving forward. Temperatures recently, though, again, we were cool on some days, warmer on others, even some 70s. Then we fell back into 50s and even 40s for a while, though. But our average high is 60 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 50s today. The upper 60s make a return for you Wednesday. They're kind of remaining stable in the lower to middle 60s Thursday, all the way through next Monday. Already your fall foliage, just this last week's update. We haven't received a new one just yet, though. Still relatively close to peak from Millinocket, Bangor, and starting to make some progress in Ellsworth, and we're pretty much at peak right now for the Greenville area. So definitely get outside and enjoy that fall foliage before we definitely hit that peak and past peak area. So futurecast for today, any clouds and fog developing this morning will be going away with a lot of sunshine on the way. We'll be mostly clear with areas of dense fog on the way for a few of us tonight. That'll go away as the sun comes up. A little bit more clouds will try to sneak in during the afternoon period for you Wednesday. Then really later on in the week, we may have to watch for a chance for a few showers. That will soon be on the way. Upper 50s on the way for us today. Mostly sunny with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 30s, mostly clear areas of dense fog again, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Alrighty, tomorrow, upper 60s, partly cloudy. That south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Crosby Sports Shop extended forecast. Rain showers return by Friday and Saturday. Temperatures on those days will make it into the lower to middle 60s.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll be back with more news right after this.
So I just started this new trapeze class and...
Whoa, the new iPhone is here.
I know, right? The ultimate iPhone. US Cellular paid for mine and I was already a customer.
The new iPhone is here.
Right, and you'd be smart to get it at US Cellular. They have price protection, so you know your rate won't go up.
Now, new and current customers can get any new iPhone 14 Pro or iPhone 14 Pro Max on us.
Okay, I'll just wait here and watch your donut.
at U.S. Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
This week on Wheel, what has Nicole nervous, Cody giddy, and Cindy screaming? Could it be a consonant conundrum?
P.
Nope, Erica.
G.
No, Greg.
K. No. N.
Oh, no.
W.
No. There could be $10,000, could be a bankrupt.
I always said I was going to take it, but now I'm scared.
It's Wheel of Fortune, it's not torture.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Demonstrations in Iran intensify with oil workers walking off the job protesting the death of a 22-year-old woman and the broader treatment of women in the country. Fox's Matt Finn has more.
It is now week 4 of protesting over the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini, the young girl who died while detained by Iran's morality police. On Monday, oil workers allegedly joined demonstrators by walking off the job at 2 refineries along the coast. While local media alleges it was over a salary dispute, online videos apparently show workers standing outside chanting "Shameless" and "Death to the Dictator" in reference to Iran's supreme leader. This marks the first time protests over Amini's death have impacted Iran's rich oil industry. It also comes after a weekend of violent protesting across several Iranian cities where dozens were allegedly beaten and arrested. In Mahabad, protesters burned down government roadblocks and shopkeepers went on strike. Saturday, hackers broke into the country's evening newscast moments after the country's supreme leader was set to address the nation. Days earlier, the mother of a 16-year-old girl killed while demonstrating also spoke out. Authorities say she died after falling from a high building, but her mother says she was killed by blows to the head as part of Iran's crackdown on demonstrators.
Her face, cheekbones, and teeth were ruptured. The back of her head was hit hard, and her skull was deformed. This is how she was killed. The damage was to the head.
While there is no official death toll, an Oslo-based human rights group estimates nearly 200 Iranians have been killed since demonstrations started in mid-September. In Los Angeles, Matt Finn, Fox News.
A volcano erupting over the weekend on Sunday, triggering seismic vibrations on the island of Stromboli in southern Italy. Surveillance footage showing the Stromboli volcano bursting and spewing ash into the ocean. Lava flowing into the sea on the northwest side of the island. No damage to households has been reported. This volcano is one of the world's most active. A concerning new report from the FBI regarding elder fraud. The agency says now that American grandparents are increasingly online and scams targeting their heartstrings and pocketbooks are on the rise. David Spunt has more.
This is my dad. By the time I started taking care of him, he was in debt, a lot of debt.
Angie Kennard's late father, Donald Griffith, was defrauded out of more than $700,000 by a ring of Nigerian scammers who posed as a love interest trapped abroad.
He turned to the internet and started, looking around on dating sites and, built a relationship with this person, Mary, online. Over time, she started asking him for money and, it started in smaller increments and then eventually, worked its way up to $20,000, $40,000 at a time.
Romance scams, like the one that Angie's father fell victim to, are among the most commonly perpetrated types of elder fraud.
Overall, how much money did your father give to this scam?
It looks like about $750,000.
The FBI agent who investigated this case tells Fox News that multiple families were scammed out of more than $20 million. Now, 11 are behind bars while one is still on the loose abroad.
A lot of it comes from overseas. These are professional organizations in a lot of cases that have very sophisticated call centers and targeting packages.
Aaron Tapp is the FBI's Deputy Assistant Director of the Criminal Investigation Division.
The technology is just a modality for these scammers to commit fraud. And so as the technology develops, they'll use that modality in any way they can to prey upon the elderly population.
In 2021, more than 92,000 elderly victims were scammed out of more than $1.7 billion. Of those, more than 7,000 were victims specifically of romance fraud.
People need to realize that they shouldn't be ashamed of being a victim of this type of fraud.
No money, everything is gone that I worked so hard for.
Diane Schultz, a Wisconsin retiree, lost more than $200,000 to scammers who posed as Publishers Clearinghouse.
When I run out of money and I couldn't give them any money, then they weren't happy about it. They said, "Can't you go someplace and get some more?"
The scammers, they're manipulative. They're like psychologists. They're evil. They're really good at what they do.
In Washington, David Spunt, Fox News.
Don't fall for it. Back with more from Tinseltown and more right after this.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
In Maine, it's always buying season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we carry new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams for your buying season. Here at Thornton Brothers, we'll help you find the right vehicle specifically for you to suit your lifestyle. As they say, the proof is in the performance. So come on over and test drive a real vehicle from a real dealership, or place your order with us and see why it really is buying season here in Maine. Thornton Brothers, Main Street, Lincoln.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Find meaningful work in behavioral health care, like Hattie, a daily living supports who works with people living with a mental illness in their homes.
I never thought that I would get into the caretaking field. In my own journey with PTSD, I discovered I could help others by being a DLS, and I didn't need a degree or training. They provided that. I can't believe that I get paid for helping someone.
Learn more about compassionate careers through caringforme.org.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, October 11th, 2022. We'll have a forecast check in just a few moments. On this day in history in 1984, American astronaut Catherine Sullivan became the first woman to walk in space. On this day in 1975, the show Saturday Night Live debuted on NBC. Birthdays now. Eleanor Roosevelt was born on this day in New York City back in 1884. And today is National Coming Out Day, Face Your Fears Day, and also Spread Some Joy Day. So get out there and spread some joy if you can. Time now for your forecast. As I said earlier, some areas of patchy fog as you head out this morning. Also quite chilly out there. You may want to be prepared. Here's Devin with your forecast.
And thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With all your fishing needs, carrying ammo, Damascus knives, gold and silver buying and selling, and a novelty room. Concealed classes are available. Call today. All righty, here we are. We have some frost and freeze alerts that are in effect this morning. This will all last until about 9 a.m. or so, especially as temperatures do begin to warm up. So if you did have some flowers outside, unfortunately, I think it's safe to say these temperatures are definitely going to zap them. You might notice nothing in effect further off toward the north as the growing season is now over in that area. But otherwise, though, for us right now, we're looking pretty good out there. We just have a few clouds off toward the north. It's going to be a pretty decent day out there with a decent amount of sunshine tomorrow. A little bit more cloud cover will try to sneak in for a few of us, but high pressure just to the south will keep us pretty nice moving forward later on today. But moving forward, though, a lot of sunshine later on tonight, though. You might notice a little bit of fog that will be developing for a few of us, so some patchy dense fog will be possible for a few of us for the daytime tomorrow. The wind, you might notice it a little bit, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Nothing too ridiculous, and that will remain calm today and, of course, later on tonight. Your forecast moving forward today, upper 50s, mostly sunny. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, mostly clear areas of dense fog, lows in the upper 30s, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. In your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures making into the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, a legendary singer encourages everyone to use their voice in the 2022 midterm elections. A popular comedy duo reteam for a new film and more. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has all the latest from the Hollywood nation.
Just be who you are, Selena.
Gomez opens up, Key and Peele reunite, and Nick sends a message in the Hollywood nation. Fleetwood Mac legend Stevie Nicks is releasing a new song. The singer shared a personal statement on social media urging Americans to register to vote ahead of today's deadline for the November 8th midterm elections. Her impassioned message addresses the issues of abortion and individual rights. The post includes a poem titled Get It Back that she wrote and recorded while on the road for her current solo tour.
Greetings. We are the Magician Morticians.
Today's first looks includes a new collaboration between beloved comedic duo Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. Netflix released the full trailer to the stop-motion animated film Wendell and Wild. Key and Peele play two demon brothers who trick a troubled teen into bringing them from the underworld into the land of the living. The horror comedy debuts October 28th.
I am grateful to be alive.
And Selena Gomez honored World Mental Health Day on Monday by sharing a new trailer to her upcoming documentary, My Mind and Me. The preview expands on her mental health struggles and lupus diagnosis, featuring raw footage from her personal everyday life. It premieres on Apple TV Plus November 4th.
You know, this is the beginning for me.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Halloween is bringing the on-screen scares. We have a look at the Terror on Tubi collection, and the choice is available all month for horror fans. Ashley Dvorkin with that.
This October, enjoy 27,000 hours of haunted viewing with Terror on Tubi, a collection of scary movies, TV series, and documentaries. Among 6 new Tubi originals are Alone in the Dark, about a recent divorcee under house arrest, where a stalker appears to have control over her surroundings. Plus, The Final Rose, following a single mother on a dating show set on a remote island, where a mysterious killer also lurks. The supernatural scares of Tubi's Titanic 666 and 2-hour documentary Famously Haunted Amityville are also part of the collection. Pennywise and Pinhead join the party, with Stephen King's It delivering the story of Derry's demonic clown, and 1987's Hellraiser unleashing the Cenobite's terrifying tale. Fellow frightening classics in the collection include the original 1980 Terror Train, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, about a sinister fraternity hazing prank, which comes back to haunt those involved. Plus the 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with Jessica Biel facing off with Leatherface. Lestat and Louis, a.k.a. Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, in Interview with the Vampire. And Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins in the 5-time Oscar-winning Best Picture thriller, The Silence of the Lambs.
I'll help you catch him, Clary.
Just some of many titles on the Terror on Tubi lineup, celebrating Halloween all month on the streamer. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
And still to come here on Good Morning Maine, Tyler Cruz will have all the day's sports news. First, let's check out your forecasts before we take the break. A mostly sunny day with highs right up around 60 degrees. More clouds move in tomorrow. A partly cloudy day with highs in the upper 60s.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating. 990-2200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
When Marilyn Monroe Spas wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Life is your red carpet. Walk it like a Hollywood star with a visit to Marilyn Monroe Spas. Our hair, nail, massage, and skincare services will leave you feeling legendary.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration? Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Skudik & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit SkudikandBloom.com or call 844-SKUDIK.
Steve Harvey powers the X Team.
If roles were reversed, what might the turkey do to you on Thanksgiving?
Eat my drumstick.
On Family Feud.
On ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Over the weekend, Maine football went down to Hampton University in Virginia and picked up their first win of the season, and head coach Jordan Stevens' first career win as well. The Black Bears won the back-and-forth matchup against the Pirates, and it was a big day for the O-line and the ground game. Rushing touchdown here. They had over 230 rushing yards. Both running backs punched one in for their first rushing scores of the season. Maine trailed by 7 heading into the fourth quarter, but they scored 14 unanswered points in that final period. Both touchdowns coming from Freddie Brock, one rushing, one receiving. And with just seconds left on the clock, the Black Hole picked up their third interception of the day from Austin Ambush in the Hampton end zone to seal the deal for that first victory.
Our team, coaches, players, support staff, the whole program really been grinding out the past 5 weeks, going out to New Mexico, coming back here, and then going down to BC. And we felt like we're making progress, but just weren't getting the results we want. And so really happy for everyone in the program to get the win, in a special win for us just to get that one and on to the next now.
Big win for them. Looking forward to what they do Saturday. Let's move over to high school sports now. And we'll start in Herman, a soccer doubleheader today. Monday for the Hawks, we will check in with the boys team. Ponies from Foxcroft Academy coming down, looking to take a road win over the Hawks. We'll start in the first half here. Foxcroft with a chance. But look at this diving save from Connor Maservi, sacrificing the body for the save, keeping it scoreless. Hawks now with a chance. Alex Rios-Mallet on the free kick. Colby Euler with the header, but that's just too high. Still scoreless. Ponies on offense again. Kyle Jankunas with the shot, but Maservi with the save again. And he gets some help from the defense, too. Eventually, we would see some goals. Second half, this is Fernando Davila Oliveria, and he is pumped about it, putting the team up 1-0. And then the Ponies would go on to win this one. 2-1 is the final score. To the nightcap we go. Brewer beat Bangor earlier in the year, 1-0. Rams looking for revenge on their home turf. A 1-0 lead for Bangor. Brewer off the free kick, but Emma McNeil is there for the save. Rams still lead. On offense now, a great lead pass to Lily Chandler. She's got a one-on-one, picks her spot, and fires. Rams now lead 2-0. Looking to extend. Chandler again spins, fires, but look at the effort from Bella Tanis. She is inches away from eating the goalpost, keeping the Witches in it. After a free kick now, it's Lauren Vanetta Stein. She finds the captain, Jordan Doak, who puts it in for Brewer, but That's all the Witches offense could muster against a tough Bangor D. Rams win this one 2-1. All right, let's take a peek at some of the other scores from around the area. In girls soccer, Presque Isle over John Baptist 5-1. Herman over Foxcroft Academy 9-0 at the beginning of that doubleheader. And then Old Town, a doubleheader for them up in Caribou. The girls would win 4-0 and the boys would fall 4-1. Let's head back to some football now, and we'll head down to Foxborough. The Patriots also picking up a win this weekend, taking down the Lions at home to improve to 2-3. And it was Bailey Zappi picking up a win in the NFL in his first start in the NFL. The rookie going 17 for 21 with 188 yards, a score, and a pick. But it's a great overall win for the whole team. They posted a shutout on defense of the Lions, who they held the NFL's highest-rated offense coming into the game. Ramondre Stevenson had 160 yards on the ground. Defense picked up a score here as well. We'll have an update on that whole quarterback situation, whether Mac Jones will play or not this week. But for now, it has been a lot of fun to see Zappi sling it in Jones's place these past few weeks.
I felt comfortable in almost really everything. Getting another week under my belt, being able to practice those guys before and after practice, during practice, taking those reps with those guys. To be honest, I couldn't really pick out one distinct thing, but I think really I felt more comfortable with really everything. And, having my teammates around me, they helped me a lot this week as well and this Sunday.
I feel like he did a great job, honestly. And that's just not a testament to him, but that's a testament to the coaches, the team. You know what I mean? That's a group effort, and he went out there and did the best that he could, and we just had to make sure we protected him, ran the ball well, caught the ball.
A big win for them, and that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
If you are suffering hearing loss, take advantage of the new technology and let Wanda Creed, hearing aid specialist at Zulus Hearing Aid Center, introduce you to the all-new Evolve AI, Starkey's complete line of smartphone-connected hearing aids. Evolve AI is loaded with the most innovative technology and the clearest sound ever. And Evolve AI connects easily to Apple and Android devices, the Thrive Hearing Control app, and Siri to read text and emails. For better hearing and connection, call Wanda for an appointment at Zulus Hearing Aid Center, 263 State Street, Bangor.
Simone Clark, FBI, and the fact that I'm here should scare the hell out of you.
The Rookie Feds is finally here and worth the wait. It's fiendishly clever.
You heard right.
Look out! Niecy Nash Betts is fun and charming.
Sweet with a little bit of heat. Gotcha, boo.
Remember, this guy could be packing.
FBI, freeze! Oh, he is packing.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. If you're just heading out for the day, you may want to start your car a few minutes first. It's a little icy out there, a little frosty, I should say, and you may want to bundle up too, although it is going to be a pretty nice day ahead. Here's Devin Biggs with our full forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With all your fishing needs, carrying ammo, Damascus knives, gold and silver buying and selling, and a novelty room. Concealed classes are available. Call today. Alrighty, frost and freeze alerts are in effect this morning, lasting till about 9 a.m. as temperatures will be warming up afterward, though. Growing season starting to come to an end here across the state. As further off toward the north, as you can tell, really nothing in effect as the growing season's pretty much done over there. We do have some clouds off toward the north that are tracking to the south a little bit this morning. Overall, we will be seeing a lot of sunshine, so if you're looking forward to seeing all that sunshine, you're going to be in good luck because we have a lot of it on the way for us today, with temperatures reaching for the upper 50s to lower 60s. And high pressure not too far away either. So again, high pressure will be keeping us nice and relatively calm moving forward. Wave heights are very calm out there. As you saw, no small crowd advisories are in effect, and this is the reason why everything's all nice and calm out there. So if you're looking for reasons to get outside, you will have plenty of those moving forward. Temperatures recently, though, again, we were cool on some days, warmer on others, even some 70s. Then we fell back into 50s and even 40s for a while, though. But our average high is 60 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 50s today. The upper 60s make a return for you Wednesday. They kind of remaining stable in the lower to middle 60s Thursday all the way through next Monday. Already your fall foliage, this is last week's update. We haven't received a new one just yet, though. Still relatively close to peak from Millinocket, Bangor, and starting to make some progress in Ellsworth, and we're pretty much at peak right now for the Greenville area. So definitely get outside and enjoy that fall foliage before we definitely hit that peak and past peak area. So futurecast for today, any clouds and fog developing this morning will be going away with a lot of sunshine on the way. We'll be mostly clear with areas of dense fog on the way for a few of us tonight. That'll go away as the sun comes up. A little bit more clouds will try to sneak in during the afternoon period for you Wednesday. Then really later on in the week, we may have to watch for a chance for a few showers. That will soon be on the way. Upper 50s on the way for us today. Mostly sunny with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 30s, mostly clear areas of dense fog again, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Alrighty, tomorrow, upper 60s, partly cloudy. That south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Crosby Sports Shop extended forecast. Rain showers return by Friday and Saturday. Temperatures on those days will make it into the lower to middle 60s.
I have a great job. I get up early, head on out, and I get to work. I install solar panels. They power our homes and give me a great paycheck. When Paul LePage was governor, he opposed projects like this, putting Maine last for solar jobs in New England. He even said that climate change wasn't a threat to Maine. Look, we need more of these jobs, and that won't happen if we go back to Paul LePage.
The top funder of Better Maine is the Democratic Governors Association.
She's been learning about the founding of our country, about rights and freedoms. Freedoms that today are under assault. Politician Bruce Poliquin supported amending the U.S. Constitution to ban abortion. He even voted for a nationwide ban. Poliquin would allow politicians to stand between women and their doctors. He supported allowing states to outlaw abortion even in cases of rape or incest. We can't let Bruce Poliquin back in Congress.
DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of Brick House Kitchen, Chestnut Auto, Coastal Auto Parts, Family Pet Connection, Key Appliance, The Family Dog, TNT Glass, and West Front Market.
Scudic and Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Simone Clark, FBI.
Rookie Feds is fiendishly clever.
You heard right.
Niecy Nash Betts is fun and charming.
Sweet with a little bit of heat. Gotcha, boo.
All right, let's head on over to the Mr. Food Test Kitchen to take a look at something delicious.
Over the years, we've shared a bunch of slow cooker recipes with you. And because they're so tasty and easy to make, you keep asking us for more and more. So here's another one that we know you're going to love. It's a slow cooker favorite with a bonus, potato tots. To begin, we line the bottom of our slow cooker with a good amount of potato tots. Then layer that with a blend of shredded cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese, and top it with some crumbled bacon. Next, we coat both sides of some boneless, skinless chicken breast with some dry ranch dressing mix that we added a bit of salt and pepper to. And we place those on top of our bacon layer. Now we'll repeat the layers and pour some milk over the whole thing. Then we simply set it and forget it. Come dinner time, all you need to do is make a salad and call the troops to the table. What we like about this, besides how easy it is that it's packed with flavor and is budget friendly too. To get the recipe for what we call our chicken ranch casserole, just visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a family favorite way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Tasty, cheesy, bacony.
Well, Halloween could be turning a lot more sour than sweet for some people. Jackie Ibanez has more from a consumer science expert on what's contributing to a possible candy shortage this year.
Happy Halloween! Spooky season is here as the countdown to Halloween begins.
I like the candy. We both love candy.
But instead of stocking shelves with bountiful treats, some large candy manufacturers are warning of a potential candy shortage. And this is no trick.
So Hershey's has said that they're not certain that they're going to be able to kind of deal with this surge in demand.
Consumer science experts say the origin of the issue can be traced back to the pandemic, citing how Americans' appetite for candy unexpectedly accelerated during its height, overwhelming manufacturers, and many haven't quite recovered just yet.
So the problem is that now that we're reaching Halloween, there's going to be an even greater surge in demand.
The ongoing war in Ukraine also continues stressing global supply chains as costs for goods and shipping remain high.
It is true that the candy is ultimately made in a factory somewhere in the middle of America, but the ingredients come from all over the world. So the milk fat, the palm oil, the cacao, everywhere from Latin America to New Zealand.
Some analysts, meanwhile, say this could be the perfect time to shop local for your treats.
It is also a good opportunity for local kind of candy shops and small producers to do some marketing and get people into their stores, because then they can say, oh, well, these big candy giants cannot sort of handle Halloween, but we can do it.
But no matter where you find candy, data from PayPal says it will cost you roughly 34% more this year compared to last. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
A California man says the origins of a hot sauce brand have left a bad taste in his mouth. Now he's taking the company to court over it. Philip White is suing hot sauce maker Texas Pete in a class action lawsuit, claiming the company is using false advertising. He says he never would have bought the product if he knew it was made in North Carolina. Texas Pete says the creator of the hot sauce wanted to give the sauce a more American-sounding name and chose Texas Pete due to the Lone Star State's, quote, reputation for spicy cuisine. Well, Apple's new crash detection feature for the iPhone 14 and new Apple Watches may not always work as intended. It can reportedly be triggered by roller coasters, too. The Wall Street Journal reports the crash detection feature alerted authorities to amusement parks across the U.S. on numerous occasions, but the phone's owners were just riding the roller coasters. According to Apple, when the device detects a severe crash, it will show an alert and automatically call 911 if it is not dismissed within 20 seconds. Apple adds users can turn off the feature on their phone setting. That could cause all kinds of problems. Well, Good Morning America is next on ABC 7. Stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That will be over on Fox 22. We hope you have a great day.
If they have your personal information, anyone can be you. Spectrum One keeps your personal data safe and private. That's privacy protection. That's Spectrum One.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory, including mini track loaders with attachments, full-size track skid steer, track loader and backhoe, wheel loader with attachments, a 50-foot towable aerial lift, and a 45-foot self-propelled four-wheel drive lift. If you can't find it on our website, we can find it for you. Call for multi-day and weekend special rates.
Need to unwind from a long day of work? Come experience life at